So thank you everyone for joining again. We're going to start the webinar. Really happy and pleased that everybody could make some time and join this webinar. This is our first of the many web series or webinar series which we are planning to do. In Conversation with he's multi-talented actor, director, producer, entrepreneur, a cricketer, and welcome to the webinar. It's
hello to everybody.
Welcome. Sudeep, KICCHA SUDEEP. I'm sitting in London, and we've got a great man in India, in Bangalore. I'm sticking to, well, we're talking about India, we're talking about fitness. This leads me to, I want to bring in the superstar in here, the man of the hour. How are you, Sudeep?
I'm good. Just have to take 1 second that a lot of my friends, everybody are joining in. So, ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಲವ್ ಯು ಆಲ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವರು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಏನೇನೋ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ಕಿತ್ತಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ.
India, you're one of the busiest men ever. I know you have so many movies, you know, you have to train, you have to do this, that, and the other. And I know you must, especially after Dabang 3, you must have had a lot of movie schedule. How did you cope with all of a sudden there's just a full, stop to your schedule? I know you're so busy. How did you cope with that? I mean, how are things in India now?
Firstly, I really want to make this a point that, I have never been in a hurry in my life, first of all. I've never been in a hurry. So actually, my speed momentum isn't that fast. I always take one film at a time. If I'm doing KCC, for example, that is KCC only at that moment. If I'm doing a project at that moment, it's that only a project at that moment. So it's not that I've ever been in a hurry. And especially when this COVID thing happened, first of all, like the whole concentration or probably the attention was towards how are we supposed to react to the situation, not about the full stop. The full stop never came into my mind. The fact is that we need to accept what is it. We are unaware. I hope you understand. We are unaware about what's happening. That's the starting point of COVID. But post that, I guess, I loved every moment for the fact that, we all needed to slow down. I personally believe that, everybody needed to slow down. Give it a thought, give our life some moment, give nature some time. And I think I'm making the best of this time. I never felt that, it's a full stop. The fact about this particular point is that nobody is overtaking anybody. Everybody is stable. So there's nothing to panic. Only thing is we need to understand what is it that we need to do next. Because COVID is just a trailer. It's just a trailer. Things can be back. So, we all have been caught unaware, unplanned. So I think this is just a lesson to all of us. And I think I've just enjoyed every bit of it, frankly. Yes, I did.
Fair enough. But then, so how have you coped? I mean, did you throw yourself into fitness? I know you are looking in amazing shape. I know that. But how was it just the fact that you were in lockdown, you threw yourself into your fitness, or was that just part of what you wanted to do anyway? How did you stay mentally and physically in such good condition?
I used to, for the past 3 years, I have been working out. It's not that I have not been working out. But right now, I think I give myself a lot of time. It's a time to, reconstruct yourself, recoup yourself. There is time. And I think sitting over here in one particular place and sulking when actually the same thing is happening in everybody's life, it's a waste of time. I think you have certain time. Make the best of it. I mean, it need not be workout. It can be something you're passionate about. Some people have taken up cooking. Some people have taken up to their painting. Whatever was left behind, I think everybody part of that. So I did this. This is what I had. I had a little bit of equipment over here. I gave the best to it. I started cooking. I always have been passionate about it. So I started cooking, baking, and workout. Morning and evening, twice a day, I started giving it a little time. And this is the time, anyway, we are cut off from our responsibilities, cut off from the world. I had to do certain charity. I had to do certain things to take care of certain people. I did that on my own. And then,
could you tell us a bit more about that, please? What do you mean by you have to take care of charities? Please tell us what were you able to do?
See, I think Sash, when we started off, there was, as I told you, we were unaware of everything. As and when it started progressing, we realized there are a lot of people out there who need a little bit of support. A little bit of support. I'm not a magician, and not many people are. And I'm very happy that a lot of people from the industry has done the same thing. We started giving groceries. We started going and reaching out to people, maintaining the social distances, keeping everything in mind. We did as many as about 1.5 lakh people, about more than 16,000 families we have given groceries, whatever food we can, whatever the masks, sanitizers we could. We did a lot from our charity, and I'm really happy that all the boys from there worked very well. And we could cater a little bit of what we could.
Fair enough. And I mean, look, it is quite tough times, and like you mentioned, everybody is in the same boat all over the world, so there's no point sulking. However, people's livelihoods have been affected. People are struggling to pay their bills, pay mortgages or rent or whatever. And, when you lose your main source of income, it can sort of send you towards in a depressive state. What advice would you have for people who are in that situation?
Boys, my heart really goes out to those people who have been going through problems and who are suffering right now. As we all say, we are all mere human beings, and whatever the best we can afford to, and whatever is in our reach, we can do that little to support. Okay. Now, beyond that, I think there's a lot of learning from it. Okay, everybody are in problems. Maybe when you put it in a gauge, maybe the graph may vary a little bit from person to person, but there's a takeaway from this. The fact that everybody are in problem is because, as I tell you, as I pulled across, it's unplanned. We have all been unplanned. Nobody expected this. So we all thought every day is the same day. You're going to wake up, the Saturdays are going to come, incomes are going to come, and this is it. The expenditures are fixed. We all thought it's all sorted. Yeah. It was a beautiful strike to say, you see, what has happened, we cannot change it. We all know, Sanjay sitting there knows, Sash knows, Gibby knows, everybody knows. We will be little bit, we will plan from now on. What if this thing happens again? Are we ready? So, earlier there used to be a certain amount of money or something we could plan that, this is the fund, this is the fixed deposit, like this is only for old ages, for education. But what we forgot is if something like this happens, I'll tell you what, it need not be a COVID again. It can be you. You can just be bedridden for the next, like something happens to you, you can be bedridden for about 3 months and you cannot do anything. If the doctor says you can move from your bed, now that is another COVID for you.
Correct, yes.
Have you planned your life for that? Now this is a learning from these ones. Yeah. This is a learning from you. So when you're fit and fine, 2-3 things we need to keep in mind. When nature is fine, your health is fine, we better respect it and make the best of it. Yeah. We all live, we all take a day by day. We all live for that one day. Tomorrow is tomorrow. I think we all plan, not only for us, for all those people who depend on us. Everybody is learning these lots of planning. When you're everything sorts out of whatever, when the life gets going. I guess we all need to plan like this. There's a learning from this.
So the question is, we have lack of local cricket heroes, or we have lack of role models. So you being one of the role models in terms of entertainment and cricket, what will be your advice to our young player who are wanting to make cricket as a career to keep belief that if I work on skills now, I'm going to come back? How do they, because there will be inactivity in US cricket for, let's say, next 6 months. So from your experience, what do you advise my young cricket players?
Advice is too big a word, but I would definitely speak about it since you told me, you're asking. See, everything is about how badly you work it. See, everything depends, whether it is Herschel Gibson, he's sitting over there right now, and it's always all of you guys, I think if you have done something in life, it's because you went after it. You know, nothing came in a platter. None of it came in a platter to anyone. Yeah, it's about how badly you want it. Whether it is a 16, whether it is a 15, whether it is a 19, I think that is the age when they realize their passion. Yeah, so you cannot be fluctuating to it. Now, I personally believe when you have certain passion, you cannot have options. You cannot say A or B. Now, I want to play cricket. If that is what you think I'm born for, like cinema, if you take for me. All right, today, probably we have done a little bit of something in life towards cinema, or probably with cinema. I can say I have been lucky to, okay, on many occasions that, cinema also caught my hand. But I personally believe that I went after it. There's every kid needs to understand, and every parent of that kid needs to understand also that, they need to be standing with the child. You cannot confuse the child by saying that, okay, you know what, you go try. If you don't, you come back here. Now, that is not the way to do it. I think, yeah, we are parents of our children, but I think children are there individually. They're born to lead their lives. We are there to just guide. If we start dictating, it's where everything goes wrong. I think that it starts from there, where parents let their children be and understand where they want to go and just support them. What I'm talking about. As for the rest is concerned, today, in this lockdown time, we cannot do anything. Like if you're talking about sports people, like, I was just talking to Giri sometime before this whole conversation started. With whatever minimal resources we have, the least we can do right now as a sports person or anything, we need to keep we have to keep mentally fit. We have to keep physically fit. There's no option. Then once everything gets going, yeah, get after it. Just like a mad dog, we have to get after it. There's no way to it. You have to understand where you want to go. Please go towards it. That's what I believe.
But what will your suggestions to keep their hopes high and keep investing the time to make cricket a great sport in US?
Avinash, the fact is that none of us have options. Either you take the risk or you don't take the risk. Now, if you want to take the risk, ask yourself why you're taking the risk. Because you want something bigger, better, brighter. Simple. If you want to be stagnant in one place, it's just like taking a car in a parking slot and just be there. Your car is there, you're there, it's not there, but you're in one place. Now, if you want some changes, if you want some progress, I think we all need to take those risks. But the only thing is, we can always educate ourselves as to where we are heading a little bit, what we're going to do. We always believe when the flight takes off, we always like to believe that we have the best pilots and the flight is going to land safe. Don't we all agree that, we always get into the flight because we have no idea what's happening. But we always think we are in the hands of the safe pilot, and that's what we believe, and that's what life is all about. You want to take your chances. You take your chances. That's all we can do. Put your best. Educate yourself where you're heading. Hope for the best. And that's all it is. We have no options. We all are at risk. We all are at risk every day. But I think that's what it is. It's always the survival of the fittest. I don't think no man grew without trying. Nobody achieved without trying. That's all it is. We need to do.
How do you, Sudeep, just to enhance that question, how do you handle the conflict when you're in the administration or when you're in a situation where you have to keep everyone together, right? You have to keep everyone happy. Most often happens that we have to keep everyone happy for us to progress because it's for people, right? It's not a particular task where I can go individually and succeed. How do you handle that when you're hit by such situations where there are 10 people criticizing and one person appreciating? That's the situation.
I'm in a public forum right now. Okay. Now I'm sitting here by choice. Herschel Gibbs is sitting here by his choice. Everybody in the panel are sitting there by their choice. Now, if we are here, we should understand that there will be people to criticize, there will be people to do everything. Now, we are here by choice. Now, we have to understand, we have to take it up. And here is where the mental strength comes in, Sash. Okay. What I mean is, if you are somebody who's going to succumb to that, you're talking about few things. I'll pass it on to cricketers right there sitting, Hershey and Oesh, when they walk in. Sometimes they're in their country, sometimes they're some other country playing. Now, the sound itself.
Hostile.
I'm sure Gibi and I will agree that the sound itself is something that, they have to have that resistance. If they're going to give it to the sound, if they're going to give themselves up to the sound, I don't think they would have been that they are. They need to. They need to mute. You need to mute. You need to understand where you're going. You're going to go to the screens, you're going to do your bit. Similarly here, I think, even if you're talking about the wrong place, I want to tell you, I'm here to lead a life. I'm here to make the best of my life. I'm here to do whatever good I can in this meantime to my friends, my people. Okay, now I see a lot of, I can't keep my eye on that, but I see a lot of people texting and saying love you and everything. And in between there are other kind of texts too. But I guess, you know what? We need to understand where we need to go. Cinema is something I chose. Cinema is something which chose me too. And there are a lot of beautiful people in this industry, a lot of beautiful talents. And I guess every day it's something or the other pops up. There's always a question, there's always a conflict every day. Now, I want to ask you, are you a guy who's going to park the car and start the fight? It's like, everybody's life is like a car and you have no steering. Something keeps coming up, you dodge and you go back to your track. You can't say, you know what, I have the best car, so you go that side. No. Any vehicle can damage you. Anybody can damage you. You need to dodge, just go. You understand where you're going. That is where we are talking about the mental fitness. You need to. Finally, what happens? You score a 50 guinea, you score 100 and you lift the bat. That's all that matters, right? You need to mute. Not every time you're in the same place. You will face people, you will face crowd. I guess you got to take it.
Yeah, I was going to say something now, but I mean, imagine playing now. Behind closed doors, there's no noise.
No noise.
There's nothing to mute. There's nothing to mute now.
Now, actually, this is a beautiful way. Suddenly, when you see so much of silence around the sash, now you crave for that sound. It's okay. You want to say something, it's okay. Just say it. It's okay. Just sing. Just sing it. It's okay. Let me hear some noise. But it's okay. Sash, I guess. Sash is not. It's all about here, Sash.
Correct.
We are the same people. We are the same people who founded all the kind of technicalities right in front of us right now. And there's the same person as a human who found out like how to mute it, unmute it. Right now we have a button there, mute, unmute. If we can do it there, can we do it to ourselves? We need to. You need to stop reacting to everything. I will tell you one thing. Everybody can say what they want. Everybody can do what they want. I have the right to react and not react. I have the right to react and not react, and I have the right to remain silent. And I think by remaining silent, silence has not damaged or hurt anybody so far. It's an unwanted speech that has taken us in the wrong directions. I guess it's okay. We need to learn these two words in life. It's okay. Anything, it's okay. We'll come back. We'll bounce back.
That comes with the years of experience and maturity, I suppose.
Well, so however you want to put it.
Okay. I think he's still young.
I will just take one small minute to say some things over here. So just all of you need to give me something. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ನನಗೆ ಅವಾಗಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ ಕೆಲವು ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ನಿಮ್ಮಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಕೂಡ ಕೂತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So we'll just do that for the time being. And I just want to say all of you, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ love you, I love you also. Yes, sir.
Thanks for that.
All those different platforms that you're trying to identify and bring that entertainment package into it, how are you able to manage because of your film star and the cricket one?
It's like you cannot say I have a wife and I have a daughter. How are you managing both? Yeah, we need to manage. We need to manage. Both are love. I mean, like, cinema is my love, cricket is my love, and I think when you have one life, do the best. I'll tell you what, we are not going to make time only when we do want to make time. I strongly believe in that. Of course, yeah. When we want to make time, may not be a bunch of one huge chunk of time, but we can still make time. And cricket is something which many actors in my industry are very passionate about. There are many people out here, just not me. So all they needed is one platform. In fact, so beautifully, Shivag sir was there, and Gibby was there, Oye was there. Such beautiful icons who came and played between us. It was a bonanza. So I guess by the end of the day, we all want to understand what do we take away. It's something, when Harish, you understand, when you are in cinema, when you become the entertainment, what is the entertainment we have? Yeah, we do watch movies, but then by the end of the day, we are all cinema people, and we cannot look at another cinema in such a way that, we understand the technicality, we understand the CG. So, yeah, we do enjoy films, but then cricket is something we need everything out, the scoreboard, everything that doesn't tick because you have a star. You need to go out there and do everything. Yeah, it's giving us happiness. All the actors were coming over there. It's giving us happiness. So I guess, we just need to strike a line there between that. There's nothing to manage, Harish. We just need to understand we are both.
Sir, namaskara, and big salute to you, and thank you very much for this wonderful discussion.
All right, sir. So, Stash and everybody, with your permission, our Kannadadalli ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So, is that okay if I speak in my language all clear?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
It's the language of love, brother. It's the language of love.
ಸರ್, ನಮ್ಮೂರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ನಮಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಫೈನಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಗಣಪತಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ರೈಟ್, ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಶೂಟಿಂಗ್ ನಡೆಯಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಏನ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬಹುದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾಳೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಹೇಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಓಪನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನೋವೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬರೋದೇನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನಾಳೆ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಚಿತ್ರಮಂದಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗ ಹೇಗಾಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯರಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲಾವಿದರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗದ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಟರು ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಸಿನಿಮಾಗಳು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಓಡ್ತಾರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಹೇಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ನಿರ್ಮಾಪಕರುಗಳು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂಡವಾಳ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕಲಾವಿದರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಶ್ರಮ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅದು ಗಣಪತಿಯವರು. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಒಂದಂತೂ ಸತ್ಯ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ರು ಕಲಾವಿದರು ಇವತ್ತು ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನೇ ಬಂದ್ರು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಜೀವನಗಳನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಹೇಗೆ ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಚಿತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಹೇಗೆ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ನಾಳೆನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮಂತ ಜನಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿರೋ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನನಗೆ. ಇನ್ ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಟ್ರೂ, ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇವಾಗ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಪನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸತ್ಯ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಬೆಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಪ್ರಿಯಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ಕೈಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಟ ಆಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ಬೆಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬಿಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Is he off spinner, maybe? Is he off spinner? Deepak, he sounds like a off spinner.
Hi, Gibbs. How are you?
Namaskara. How are you, bud?
Fine, thank you. Hope you remember we played in KCC together.
Deepak.
We had good time in Dubai. In Bangalore airport while we are coming back from KCC.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Namaskara, Sudeep sir.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ?
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್, ತಾವೇ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
Good to see you, Deepak, again.
Thank you, sir.
How are you?
Hi ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ನನಗೆ, ನಾನು ಇಯರ್ಫೋನ್.
Hello. Yes, Deepak, your question.
Yes, sir. Okay, straight away I'll go for the question. Sir, no doubt you are a big celebrity in Indian film industry, and ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Undoubtedly you have a huge fan base across the world, and everybody eyes are on you. As much as you receive positive comments, you also receive negative comments. So I just wanted to know, how do you balance it out?
I think it will again ourselves at the time we spoke about it some time back about how you cut balances. Deepak, it's a choice. It's a choice.
Okay, sir.
Like it's a choice in cinema. It's a cinema in one particular film. We have good comedy scenes. We have romance scenes. We have action. We have everything packed in one particular script. We need to exactly deliver what is required for that particular situation. I guess there will be a conflict. There will be every kind of criticism. There will be everything. But I guess it's okay. We need to understand that sometimes when people say criticism, they say something about how we take it. Maybe sometimes they have a point, and we need to accept and do some little bit of alteration, of changes in ourselves. Sometimes you understand it to move it to two ways, under which I don't think you need to react at all. See, I want to understand from where we sit or where everything is happening. Now, once again, Kannada ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೋಟಿ ಜನಗಳು ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾತ್ರ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅರ್ಹರ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸ್ತಾರಂತ ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳೋರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೆಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. It's okay. It's okay. By the end of the day, even I'm a human being. ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೊರತೆಗಳಿದ್ದಾವೆ, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೂ it's okay. We need to cope up, people.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks,
sir. First of all, all the panelists, you guys have been spending time. I've really enjoyed the show till now. And
I just want to make a point here, Prabhakar. You and Sanjay look so similar. Except that Sanjay has groomed his hair. Otherwise, I think you guys are so much alike. How is it possible?
Same land, same land.
See, I would like to start off saying that you can never give up on your life. Number one. Never give up on your life. Never give up on your dream. Never give up on yourself, mainly. Now, I will tell you something. See, every success has given us fire, and every failure has given you a lesson. I just want you to say that no success has ever taught us anything. It's just the failure that has taught us a lot. Right? Now, when you say bounce back, even if you do a very successful film, or if Ovesha or Gibby have had a successful match and each one of them have scored 100, and one of our films has become 100 days, I'm sorry, but that is not going to carry on to my next project. We have to start afresh. The responsibilities are actually even doubled. Now you gave a hit. Now you better give a better one. Because your next film will be compared to your previous hit. It's not going to be compared with any other actors' films or anything else. My previous film. Okay. Now, it's always, I guess, it is we who lay the foundation for our next. Our history is our own enemy, and our history is our own motivation. Yeah. We have done better. Do we start? Like, let's presume that I gave a very successful film. Am I going to stop at that? No. I want to do better now. I want to go one step ahead, but definitely not one step back. Okay. The motivation is right there. Right there. And then if you give a failure, there's lots to understand as to what exactly happened. Where did we go wrong? Something has gone wrong somewhere. Either sometimes the film may be fantastic, but it's the release time, wrong releases. Sometimes the wrong script at the wrong time. We don't know. But we learn, we learn, we study, we come back again. As long as you don't give up on your life, I think Prabhakar, your place.
Maintain your fitness, and how are you coping up with this COVID situation?
Yeah, COVID helped me a lot because we were not accessible to many of the things. So we could maintain ourselves. Yeah. That is when you wanted a lot of everything. Yeah, but then, COVID put us all in place and he said, we better maintain. But that's all we have. Yeah, I know you have money right now, you have everything, but there are no successful. On the other front, Karthik, I guess, once you get into the zone of wanting to have certain disciplines in life, I think it becomes a habit. It becomes a huge habit that you can't break those disciplines. Irrelevant to what is in front of you, There can be the most yummiest dishes to everything, but there's a discipline, there's a pattern. Once your life falls into a pattern, it is very difficult to come out of that. Got it? So that helps me because from here, like for example, I used to be a chain smoker earlier. Like, I smoked, I started smoking very late, but then it used to be like I start one, and then in another 2 minutes, there's one more hanging in my hand for some more time, and then immediately I like. But then it's been 5 years now. 5 years I smoked. But I stopped. One day I just realized, it's not that I'm going to, smoking is bad. I'm only trying to say, I did it. I'm not eligible to advise people anything else. But then I realized, it's enough. We need to call it a day. We need to retire. So I stopped it one day, but that helped me today because it helped me, feel better. Now I can do better. Now, thanks to Pahalwan film, which brought me into another zone. And, so from there, it's been continuous. And I think I'm enjoying it more than anything, I'm enjoying it. It's very easy, Karthik, for me to even pattern if I want to come out and think that I don't want to stop out of the country.
Right.
But right. No, I think I've been maintaining that way because it's giving me pleasure, sir.
That's nice.
And you asked me about the OTT. OTT also, I wanted to understand. See, ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. None of us know what is our tomorrow. None of us, actually, right, sir? But then I personally believe, Karthik, cinema is a prayer. It has to be done in the particular places. Maneli andre ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ, ದೇವರ ಗುಡಿ ಇದೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಇದೆ. Cinema is it is for Karthik, you, it is for Sanjay and Avinash, for all of you people. When you say, I want to break loose from my life, get into another zone, take a family. Cinema is an outing, Karthik. It is an outing. Yeah, we have today Netflixes and everything, but you know what? I can pause it anytime, attend a meeting, come back, I'll continue with the movie. So you're actually not into it. Cinema, like for example, Avinash or Sanjay or anybody, all of you, I'm sure you like me. It's an outing for you. It's a plan. You take your family and you love that popcorn. What is going to come to the back? You're going to pop in. You're going to get into the dark room and be there. And when you come back out of the theater, just take away. You feel good. You cut off from your life. That's why you're there in the cinema. You're not in the cinema to learn. You're there because you want to cut off from your mess. Be with your family, be with your friends. Cinema is that worship for me. It's like that temple. It has to be done there only. OTT is a platform which probably, I'll tell you, will tell us tomorrow where exactly we stand. But otherwise, every actor, every director wants to make a film for that huge...
My question is to Sudeep sir.
Very good.
Namaskara, Sudeep.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗಳಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿಂದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನನ್ನ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಿತ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ರಜನಿ ಅವರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಮೊದ್ಲಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಮಾನಿ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸುದೀಪ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾರಿ ಫೇವ್ರೇಟ್. ಸರ್ ಮಕ್ಳು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಸೊ ಯುವರ್ ಐಸ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಂಗೇನೆ ನೀವು ಅಭಿನಯ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ, ವಿ ಆಲ್ ನೋ ದಟ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟರ್ ಟು. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಜರ್ನಿ. ಯಾವ ಏಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಆಡಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು? You are a very good cricket player now. Please tell us about your cricket journey.
Yes, ನೀವು ರಜನಿ ಅವರೇ, ಈಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಹರ್ಷಲ್ ಗಿಬ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ. Herschel Gibbs sometime back, Gigi was sometime back saying, he said a very practical answer. I can see a very cute-looking person there. Who is that?
It's by Dr. Prakriti.
Hi, Prakriti. You have a good smile. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Rajni Aure, Gigi was telling me something. A very practical thing sometime back. You always need to allot yourself certain time. It is very good sometime and practically understand. Sometimes if we cannot do it, that means probably they're not good enough. We need to understand and accept. Now, when the cricketing career, that's what happened. Yes. Every cricketer is a good cricketer. But then, you need to be good enough to represent a state or a country. Probably you're not that good enough. You know? So, my cricket is a passion. Yeah, I started off wanting to represent the state. State Kagli, country Kagli, you know, last year, but probably, you know, when the ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಲೆ ಅದು. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದ್ದು ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಆಡಿಗೆ ಕತೆ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕತೆ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೂಟ್, you know, I went and actually, yeah, cinema was something for me, made, and I was made there for cinema, and cinema guided it. But the most beautiful part of my life was cricket didn't leave me; it came behind. Somewhere it came and caught my hand again, and we could stay arena of 25,000-30,000 crowd. We got the opportunity. See, it's a dream, and you know, like we played with such a iconic player, legends like Shivaksha. We had Gibby, we had Roy, we have Klusner, Dilshan. Everybody, we didn't even think that they're going to play. In fact, let me tell you, I was not in my position, and I had pursued my cricketing career. Even if I had represented a state, I would never get an opportunity to play with these people. Somewhere it happened because I guess, you know, my love towards cricket was as honest as it is towards cinema. It is honest. It is not corrupted. So I guess it all happened, and today also we get to play. It's there. But I accepted, Rajni, the fact that I accepted that, okay, this is momentarily, I cannot do it now. It's a waste of time because I can see, and who are playing it for state at that particular time, in our generation time, they were fantastic. They deserve to be there. And I accepted that. There's no anger, you know, what these guys, you know, we need to accept Rajni, that he's better. That's why he's representing the state and the country. We came back, did my films, and we started playing cricket again. And here we are speaking to some wonderful cricketers too. And I'm speaking like a professional cricketer. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just thank my people. You know, for everybody, registration ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಮೋಟಿಗೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮನಸ್ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವು ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಂಘಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳಿದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡೋಣ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ, ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಹೇಳೋಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡವರಂತೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮು ಭಾಷೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ನೀವೇನ ಕಿತ್ತಾಡ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿರ್ಬೇಡಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಯಾವ ತರ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಶಾಶ್ವತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆನ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಾಗಿರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ. ಆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ thank you so much, and thank you OA, thank you, give me nice seeing you again, and Sanjay sir, Sash and everybody, thank you so much.